What's going on, guys? Today we're just going to do a simple buzz cut with a taper on the sides and the back. Today this is a first time client. He wanted a 3 on the top and a 1 on the sides. He's been getting bad fades at sports clips and things like that, so we're going to try to get him nice through here. So first off, we start off by doing the one close just all around the head. That's what I like to do first. I kind of like to do the sides before I debulk the top, because then it's a lot easier to fade, and then you can see the big transition once you start taking the bulk off the top. So we're just using the 1 and setting our bottom guideline at the bottom. And one thing that helps retain a lot of clients is just talking to them, building that relationship with them. They're not going to want to come back if just like easy haircuts like this. Almost anyone can do this haircut. If you're building that relationship with them, they're going to only want you to do that haircut, because now they're looking to see how you're doing. They're trying to tell you how they're doing and everything like that. The relationship matters, honestly, just as much, if not more, than the haircut, 9 times out of 10. And then after we made the initial guideline with the 1 guard, we're just going to go ahead and take our 2 guard close and go all the way up and clean our canvas to fade. Just the transition between the 3 all the way down to the 1. So the 2 is the nice dividing factor to go all the way up to the parietal ridge. And then after that, we just take our 1.5 guard halfway open and then fade that all the way down to the 1 guard. And this is the same fading technique that I use on all my haircuts. It's just a little more spread out because this is an easy haircut and it's very short on top. So 1.5 halfway and then 1.5 close, and then we're going to put the 1 guard back on and fade that from open all the way to close with the 1 guard until it's a nice transition. And the only line will be the top, because we haven't taken the 3 guard to the top yet. And then you guys can see here, now that we have the 1 guard on and it's open, we're just chipping at the fade, making the fade nice and blurry. And one thing that I do a lot is you see me right here, I'll look in the mirror and I'll point at a spot that I see that I need a detail, and then I'll go in with that, just because the mirror, it's opposite of what you're seeing, and you sometimes when you're looking directly at it, you can't see it. So it's nice to put my finger on it and just use that as a nice guide to see exactly where I need to fade out, so that I don't take other spots too low and that one's really dark now, you know? And then after we finish fading the sides, we're just going to take that 3 close and just make sure we're cleaning it all up, making sure we're not leaving longer hairs in the 3. And what I like to do with that is use the guard and the comb. That helps it stand the hair up more, and it's more things to go through, so that we can make sure we get all the steps and all the hairs. And you're going to have to go over it more than one time just to make sure that you didn't miss any hair, because that's a lot of barbers' problems, is missing hair. And this is what I was talking about with the comb. You see how the comb's running it through before the guard is running it through? It helps get a lot of those extra hairs that are easy to miss because they're laying down. And now that the top is all debulked and everything, we're gonna go ahead and start setting our guidelines for the taper all around. So here we set our taper, a nice lower taper because he didn't want nothing crazy. And then that no guard clipper all the way open just to set that first guide. And all we're doing right here is really fading into the one that we set in the first place. So we're only gonna need the half guard and the open clipper all the way to close just to get these lines out. And just like the 1.5, I'm starting with the halfway open, just like the 1.5, and just fading it down. And then now we're just going and lining them up and make sure everything looks nice and set. See how good the fade really is after you line them up. Clean up all those extra hairs and things that you don't want to see. And then the same steps that we did for the sides, we're going to do the exact same steps for the back. But the back is going to be easier because there's even more room to fade.
Take a Zoe, you killed this one.
Now that we got everything faded in, we're just triple checking ourselves, man. That's a big thing, and clients hate when they have longer hairs at the top when they get a buzz cut. So just make sure you're doing this a lot. It takes 2 seconds to do this, and these cuts only take like 10-15 minutes at most. So we're doing this, and then we're gonna make sure the front is lined up with the razor, and he wants the front lined up too, so we're gonna make sure we're doing that nicely. Now that everything's all done, man, thank you guys for watching. That's it. You love the haircut, and thank you guys for the support. See you guys in the next one. Peace.